raised $36,000 over there for manna. 36 grand. He says, I am not like Imam Musa. I'm sitting right there. I want to rescue everybody in America. What the heck? So do we. I'm not going to argue with him. You know why I'm not going to argue with him? Because all they would say is, see black people argue with each other. So I just sit there and took it. Okay? When Al-Moody, when we was trying to get them in, Al-Moody came over, I was supposed to make an announcement at Darul Hijra right around that time. Al-Moody came over and put his hands on me and pushed me down. I said, if I turn at everybody and tell them what was wrong with you, they're going to sense something. So, we let it go. A few months later, he was in the penitentiary. He just got out the other day, right? Had a 23-year sentence, but he did something. And it was one of our brothers that was in the media unit there at Terre Haute, Indiana. He was here with us. He had a visitor one time, and it was an Arab guy that was in the unit with him, a Lebanese guy. So we was right here having a little talk. He said, why did they put me in there? I said, because they got, the police always take somebody off the main line and put them in the media unit to watch everybody, and then after they done told on everybody in there, they let them out. So I was just telling him that you was put in the media unit. You gonna come by here and play like, you know, you's a revolutionary? No, you was in there monitoring. And right up next to you was the writ writers and everybody that took all the notes of all the Negroes and could tell you what Al-Moody was crying and saying, please let me out. The government got all that because they put them niggas there. It's a common thing to feed the rest. And then after you got a life sentence, no possibility of parole, and you come out. So that's what it is. All that stuff, everything comes to an end at a certain, you know what I mean? All of those tricks and what have you. You look up, and who cares about manna? Who cares about the other group that they started after manna, right? We in now. All that stuff, the only thing the people gonna know is, hey, there's a group of people that survived manna, Anna, Canna, Dana, and everybody, right? And that's who we want to be with. It's not only the way it usually happens, that's probably the way it probably winds up kind of like that. And it just don't make any difference because Allah's in charge of all of it, you know. And the universe has this universe or this galaxy, you know, have its time. So it's been here 4.5 billion years, and it'll last another 4.5 billion years. Do you know the amount of changes that the earth is going to go through in all of that time? The sun is going to cool off and stop burning because it's got the same calendar, you know, 4.5. So whatever happened, the sun is going to stop shining after a while. It's going to get colder and colder, some zillions of years in the future, probably in a billion years. What did that happen when it gets cold and the sun and the oceans will freeze? Won't happen overnight, but it'll, and then after that, we'll just be floating out here in space, and then one of them quasars or black holes will come and suck us into it, right? And we'll get repacked in it, and then it'll do just what the Quran said, that Allah clove everything asunder, Big Bang, and made every living thing out of water. We don't know how many cycles. This may be the quadrillionth, zillionth cycle. Because for Allah, time don't mean this means something for me and you, time. But we don't know nothing about Allah is infinite. We don't know how many cycles this is. Good God Almighty. So all we know is we're just going to do our part on this cycle. It ain't no sense being no sissy, because, who wants to be in a sissy cycle anyway? You know what I mean? When you don't have to. Anyway, so are there any more questions or comments?
There was one last comment I forgot about. It was a brother. He met you back at that program in Oakland with the Last Poets. And he just said he loved the message and he wanted me to pass it on.
All right. Yeah.
But that's it.
The Last Poets. Good God Almighty.
He said he met you there. Yeah.
Man, that was 1982. February? Good God Almighty. 38 years ago. Hey man, that was a while back. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay.